afternoon, good evening, and good morning, and happy New Year. Happy we'll do a little roll call here. We got Jut, Endless, oh boy, King, Hornswoggle, BNAP. Well, good afternoon. I think y'all are here to talk about what's coming to Battle Nations in 2026. Let me go ahead and get some music set up. We got a lot to talk about today. There's a lot that's happening in the community. As many of y'all are aware through donator chats, we did see PWar split up a little bit. PWar is very much still intact, but we did see them split a little bit. So we are going to talk about that tonight too. We might have some people on. If you're interested, please DM me on Discord. I'll be looking / having my Discord open the whole time. So we'll be taking a look at that. If you have any questions, or if you want to get added, let's go ahead. What's up there, Mr. Knight? What's up, Boica? Let's get some music going here. Too much. All right, we'll do some Magic Maker music here. But yeah, guys, happy 2026. It's going to be a big year for Battle Nations, and that's the thing that I'm most excited to talk about tonight. And with that, we got a big crowd in here, so let's go ahead and kick it off. And we'll talk. That'll be our first subject tonight. And we'll touch base on that real quick, try and get everyone's thoughts about it, and we'll see where we go from there. So with that being said, let me know if the music is too much. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Currently reworking my base layout for the first time. Let me know how that goes, Mr. Knight. I need to go ahead and do that eventually here too. Pulling up the Discord here, I think the biggest thing that I want to talk about, or kind of like the biggest piece of news regarding the game as a whole, is going to be the announcement that Alex made. And that's going to be the 2026 announcement. So, guys, taking a look here. Attention, commanders. As 2025 has come to a close, I wanted to take a moment to reflect on what this past year has meant to Battle Nations. What's up, Clays? What's up, Horns? Last year, after a long wait and an incredible amount of community support, Battle Nations was once again made available for download. In just the 6 months following public release, we've delivered level cap increases, brought friends and guilds online, and run Halloween and boss strike events, all while fixing various issues that the community has identified and implementing several changes we've seen resonate with the community. Yes, we read the suggestions. As a result, the game is now in a much stronger place than it was at launch. While 2025 was a year of restoration to get the game back on its feet, in 2026 we aim to build on that foundation and leverage it to expand the BN universe. Over the next 12 months, in addition to the level cap increase and extensive backend improvements and various quality of life features we've alluded to previously, expect to see the prestige system, a new take on PvP, more boss strikes and seasonal events, and towards the end of the year, new missions you have yet to explore. Okay, so let's go over that real quick. So we'll see quality of life. An example of quality of life that we've seen in 2025 is going to be just the mission repeat. Or mission repeat, battle repeat. So you have the same formation. If it's a repeatable battle, you can just use that button, click it. That was a great quality of life improvement. It makes grinding at Bigfoot Country that much easier, that much more tolerable. But yeah, so I expect to see a lot of quality of life improvements. I'm very excited about that. We'll see that throughout the year. I don't have a specific time frame for that because it's not a specific feature. A prestige system. If I had to guess, and Chad, I'm curious what you have to say. I would say we see a prestige system. Thinking beginning of April, end of March would be my guess for prestige. I think we will see a level 56 cap before that. And then probably prestige after the level 56 cap. A new take on PvP. I am really excited to see how they revamp PvP. That's one of the things that I'm most excited for about this one. That's going to be great. And more boss strike and seasonal events. So we'll probably see the next boss strike in March would be my guess. And then seasonal events, maybe even February. My guess is the first seasonal event we'll probably see is maybe Halloween next year. I don't know. But yeah, when do you think we'll see seasonal events? I mean, you would think like Easter, maybe February for Valentine's Day. That seems kind of early, but we'll see. I'm excited to see what they do with that. And new missions you have yet to explore. This means totally new missions that have never been in the game before. So these are completely drafted by Madrona. That is the part I am most excited for. I'm really excited to see the storytelling aspect continued from Madrona, even if they're just fun side missions for seasonal events. They'll be great. And just doing a little what's up, little roll call here for people that joined in. We got Clace, we got Schmabo, we got Rogue Soldier, we got Austin. And Clace is saying, I hope we get more boss fights. Some Raptor and Boar bosses would be fun. And reward should be the big Boar and the big Raptor. That'd be cool. Hit us with the Unicorn Trooper and April Fool's surely. I really hope we do get a Unicorn Trooper. That'd be awesome. Imagine if they make PvP asynchronous, though. I have some trepidation. I'd be curious to see if they do that, too. The Drinking Cat is here, taking a break from getting 100% of enjoyment from grinding Spider Wasp. Well, welcome on in. And guys, with that, thank you to everyone who played. And seriously, not only from Madrona, but from me, thank you for playing Battle Nations at 2025. We have gotten the game to such a better spot with this community support, whether that be through time, financial, or just promoting it to friends. You all have been fantastic. This has been a great community, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Some miscellaneous notes. We'll find a review of the first boss strike. Apple in-app purchases are now back in line. Get back to spending. And the new Patreon profile pictures will be released in the next update. So let's go take a look at that real quick. So guys, if you were, I believe how this works is if you were this tier at any point. So if you were a Mammoth tier for 1 month, you will get this profile picture. And but these, I believe you had to have them before the beta cutoff. I'm going to let that load in the background and hope my computer doesn't explode. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these fun boss strike statistics. Oh, and I got this slow, so let's switch back to here. So Corporal, $5 a month. This might be permanent, actually, so you can join these now. So Corporal looks great. Sergeant looks great. Lieutenant looks great. Warlord looks really cool. I like the Warlord one. Emperor's got a little bit of a Crimson Chin action going on right there. A little too much Crimson Chin action, but that's something that might be my least favorite one. And then we have Mammoth. The Mammoth looks awesome. I like the Mammoth one a lot. Emperor's probably my least favorite one. I mean, maybe that's part of it. Maybe he's doing I wouldn't say the Rizzler Chin. Maybe that's a little bit different, but you know what I mean. But anyway, taking a look back to here, we got Boss Strike, Yuzel the Raptor Trainer. So our top 10 guilds. We have PWar Phalanx, which goes by PWX. They're at 245 million boss strike points. That's insane. Round of applause to them. We'll talk about them in a second. We have Morgan's Mammoths at 234, so pretty close there. But Morgan's Mammoths did market themselves as the #1 guild in Battle Nations before this boss strike. That wasn't true for this guild, but for this boss strike, but is it true afterwards? We'll talk about that too. We got HSC coming in third at bronze here at 209 million. That's still very impressive. Just a special shout out to all three of these guilds right here. They were the only three that got 5 helicopters, meaning they were the only three that got it to tier 14. So big congrats to them. Really happy for them. I hope they have a good time with those helis. Looking in fourth here, we got Rebel Rejects at 116 million boss strike points, and PSC slightly behind them at 116 million boss strike points. Missed them by about 185,000. That was a close battle right there. We have Goodfella Aces at 101 million boss strike points, along with Battle Nations Army Represent, also at 101 million boss strike points. They beat us out by about 500,000 boss strike points, so a little less close, but still very close on that. Behind us, we have Cabbage Nation at 100 million boss strike points, so that's about a million difference there. We have BSR, Banana Stand Republic, at 98 million, so congrats to them. And then we have Hellstorm Corps 2, which I believe is HSC 2 at 80 million. So congrats to the top 10. I believe everyone except for maybe HSC 2 got at least 4 helis, so congrats to them. Really successful boss strike overall. It's cool to see some old names from the original Battle Nation, such as BSR and BNA on there. And together we achieved 1.3 million battles, 5.2 victories. Got to get that KD up a little bit. We can do better than that. We can win more battles than that. And 59, call it 60,000 hours spent battling, which is just absurd, guys. Let's get a life here. No. All jokes. And now the most used units, and I love this. I think this is a super cool aspect that we get. We have the heavy chemical tank. Obviously the #1 used unit. It was absolutely worth the nanos. If you use that tank, if you had them ranked up before, you were sitting real pretty. But yeah, I mean, that was super probably the cheat code of the entire boss strike. The Wimp, number 2. No surprises there. Everyone mass-produced Wimps. Everyone basically knew you had to get those things to R6 and you could throw them out in the field and use them. They were cannon fodder. They had some, you could just use Wimps out there and get points. But yeah, Wimps number 2, no surprise there for me. Number 3, the Super Tank. I'm a little bit surprised about the Super Tank, given that we do have heaviers right now. But they don't cost gears to repair, so we see the Super Tank at number 3. People did have more time to rank up the Super Tank as well, which makes sense. So of course they'd use the Super Tank because they probably had a R6. They weren't the most expensive nano unit. I would say that the H Heavy Chem Tank was much better than the Super Tank in this one. That's just due to the fire mod. At number 4, the Field Agent. Let's go. I'm really happy I got those two to R6 beforehand. Great unit overall. You could attack everything. Yeah, for the lower levels, it helped. I mean, for me personally, as a high level, I used the Field Agent. Used it in every single battle that I had. I mass produced them, so they're very cool to have by my side. I loved using those. Tons of fun with the Field Agent. But Clyde, I hear you. Yeah. Field Agent was a great free-to-play alternative too from the Heavy Chem Tank. And number 5, the Heavier Tank, one that I use in every single battle. The Heavier Tank was the one that I was able to get from R5 to R6 this round. Tons of fun. I loved using the Heavier Tank. Can't wait to carry that forward in level 50 and beyond. Lots of usage. As of right now, it still is the most it's the best free-to-play tank in the game, I believe, all the way through level 70. So in the long run, you're going to get a lot of usage out of that. But let's go ahead and kind of back out of here because we do have some questions. And that question is, how many FAs do I have? So let's take a look here. I've slowed on mass producing them, but I haven't produced any since the boss strike. So for boss strike, I had 60 Field Agents at max level, and that did me just fine. We were good on that. It worked pretty well with my formation, so there really was no gripes with that. But, all right. Exciting year, guys. Exciting year coming in 2026. Stop at 69. You got 10 more than me. Yeah, but we're close. I mean, close. Same difference there. I mean, we're close. I'm slowly getting Wimps, and I'm kind of ranking up some other things here too. But guys, we're going to get into a little bit of a controversial topic tonight. And so just like, when we had when MM had that whole controversy, this isn't really more so a controversy, but why do you have so many Firework Frontier guys? I have so many Firework Frontier guys because they're the only unit in the Frontier recruitment that don't cost merit. So just for the sake of mass producing, I mass produce. But guys, we'll go ahead and get into it tonight. Let me go ahead and pull this to the side here, just in case I get messages. I'm going to try and get through this as best that I can. But guys, we saw the leaderboards. PWar, first place, 245 million points. In the last 3 days or so, for the love of the game, exactly, that's it. But in the last 3 days or so, PWar has had a sect or a faction of the guild split off into another guild known as Guild or The. So they're in parentheses is The, and their name is Guild. But they had 245 million boss strike points at first. They still have 59 members, so that's a good amount of members. So they're still retaining a lot of their original crew. But with that being said, obviously we're not going to see The on the leaderboards here, but let's go ahead and just take a look at them real quick, just to pull up everything here. If I press The, that should work. All right, and there's The Guild with 39 members out of 85. So it looks like they are close to, close-ish to max rank, level 80, but not quite there. They have 39 members, most of which are from PWar. So let's go ahead and break down the situation because obviously big news story. This is Battle Nations Radio. Big news story. The number one guild has split. And I know a lot of people are kind of suspect about me talking about this. And obviously, given my relationship as I used to be in PWar, obviously before this all went down, I'm going to try and remain as objective as possible. I have no stake in PWar or the guild. I have no preferential leaning towards one or the other. Obviously, I know most of the people involved. I'm not going to get into name specifics tonight, just to keep everyone's anonymity. And for people who ask me not to quote them, I absolutely will not quote them. But guys, please leave your feedback in the chat. If anybody wants to hop on VC and give their perspective of it, please note that you are allowed to, but with that, you forfeit your anonymity. So please keep that in mind. But with that, let's go ahead and get into the story. So to my recollection, I believe it was January 3rd or January 2nd, we saw in Donator General, we saw a vast promotion or a vast promotion campaign of the guild. People just have the tag "the" in their name. So, for example, oh hey buddy, sorry, I got my dog being my co-pilot here. I know you want attention. So just for example, I can shows. Stop it. You're good, buddy. Apologies about that. Hey, I'm gonna put you in your crate if you keep. Go lay down. We just went for a walk. Alrighty, so sorry, back to that. If I go to Donator General here, we can clearly see that there are a lot of people in, lost my train of thought there. If we go to Donator General, we can see lots of people promoting with "the" in their name. So the Dark, we have MM, of course, but we're seeing a lot of "the" there. Maybe not as much as I'm used to seeing or did see when this broke. We have Rook, we have Boo. So lots of people, it's been the talk of the town, at least in Donator General. And so essentially, what I did is when this happened is I've reached out to a lot of contacts who I knew in who I knew in PWar, trying to just piece together the story. And that's the story that we're going to try and piece together tonight with y'all. As vaguely, but as giving you we're going to give you a story, but we're not going to be super duper detailed. No call outs specifically, just to not ignite any drama, but do kind of want to share the story or how I view it as being from an outside perspective. And if I'm looking down, apologies guys, I'm just petting my dog. He's right next to me, so I'm sure you can understand. But with that, during boss strike, tensions, it sounds like there was some stuff that happened before boss strike, but during boss strike in PWar, they were obviously the most competitive guild. They were doing very well. At 245 million points, it's no easy task, and we saw the amount of hours that players put into this. If you are a member of the PWar Discord, or even just a guest, you were able to see that there were people in VC 24 hours a day grinding. It was a grind fest. With that being said, there were people in PWar who performed better than others. Basically what happened is that during the boss strike, tensions flared between separate members of PWar. Disagreements with how leadership was handling things, disagreements with how players were conducting themselves in other discords. There were just disagreements all around. Let me go to Bigfoot Camp while I do this. But with that being said, after the boss strike, those tensions continued to flare. They were not quelled. And with that being said, there were people from PWar who were kicked. Doesn't sound like due to their performance in the boss strike, but sounds more so like they were kicked due to their just due to disagreements. This sounds like there were pretty visceral disagreements there between these players and leadership. And with that being said, those players split off, and they were able to recruit some other players, and they formed the faction of the guild. Now, I know that is a very broad take on this. I know I probably want some more juicy deets. I'm not necessarily in the time or place to give you these right now. If people want to hop on, they can discuss it. Ooh, trying to protect stuff right there. But it sounds like there's essentially two factions of PWar. You have, let's call it the PWar loyalists that we have right now, and then we have the guild. We have the guild. So we have the PWar separatists. So we have the loyalists and the separatists going on right now, and that's what's going on with PWar. And to my surprise, both guilds seem to be in a relatively good spot right now. Like, so my understanding, I would believe that PWar, based on the talent that they've retained, they would still be in the top 10 of any boss strike that comes around the corner. I do not believe that PWar would be number 1. I don't even know if they'd be top 3. They probably would. But I don't see PWar retaining that number 1 slot, unfortunately. You good, buddy? Now, with that being said, we also have the emergence of the. It sounds like The's objective is to maintain a smaller cohort of players who perform aggressively well during boss strike or have ample time to play the game. Because boss strike at the end of the day is about the strength of your units and the ability to grind. So with that being said, from feedback that I've gotten from the representatives, the goal of the is to maintain a smaller player base. They didn't give me an exact number of like how many players they want to keep or how many players they're trying to recruit to. I'm not even sure if recruitment is open, so if one of y'all could talk about that, that'd be great. But it sounds like they're going to try and retain a smaller number of players. So I'd estimate around 40 to 50, and they are going to just use the I believe it's the player multiplier or the guild multiplier. The guild multiplier being the bonus percentage that's increased on the points that you get. So their goal is to maintain a smaller guild, kind of able to have that more unique, have more so that they're trying to maintain a tighter knit community. I believe PWar is still going to recruit, and they're going to try and get back up to that like 80, 100 sweet spot. So with that being said, I went around asking players who weren't directly involved in the confrontations, but who were players who decided to stay in PWar or players who decided to leave in PWar, because I wanted to get some personal feedback as to, you weren't directly involved in the confrontation between leadership and other players. Why did you decide to stay, or why did you decide to leave? I'm not going to quote anybody here. I'm not going to give out names or anything like that, but people said along the lines of they were more supportive of the people that left, the separatists, or simply that they, if they were leaving, they were more supportive of the players who left, or all in all, they were just closer with the people that they left. They didn't really have a side or a dog in the fight. They just liked playing with the players who left more, or they played with them more. Completely understandable. If you have closer friends in the game, you're probably going to stay with them. All right, AP. We're going to let the leader of the new The Guild, AP, into the shtick here. Oh goodness, how do I do this? Figured I should open up the hideout here to let the chaos run loose. Silence, Nappy. So they just want to rank high on the top 100 players leaderboard because 50 players is suboptimal. Yeah. So yes, it sounds like the goal is to. I'm not sure how the player percentage works for boss strike specifically, but yeah, it sounds like they're gonna maintain a 50 kind of a lower community, a lower amount of players. Same to say, most of our players are leaderboards already. So, I'm gonna we'll see if I just joined the you know where I am. I just joined the BN Hideout BC. So lines are starting to get open here. But with that being said, what's up, White? My thoughts on the situation, kind of speaking from a broad perspective. Somebody. Hey, what's going on? You're not cooking it live for everyone? I'm doing all right. I don't have you live just yet. Do you want to go live or remain ominous? Let me mute myself real quick. Alrighty, can y'all hear me along with AP?
Hello.
Should be coming across.
Hello.
All right, Law is saying he feels completely behind. So AP, without kind of giving away any names here, we're going to try and keep some anonymity. Sounds like everyone can hear us. My sideline reporter, what are you hearing? That's a bad, I don't mean sideline like that, but my field reporter.
No. I'm the sideline reporter, bro.
Yeah, all right.
No.
My foreign correspondent.
No, I mean, I feel like there's a lot between the whole breakup with PWar. I will say this: it wasn't a thing that was just happening now. This has been a thing, from my understanding, a long time actually. Perhaps if BTN didn't blow up, we could have seen PWar blow up instead.
So, but this marks the third guild implosion we've seen since guilds were implemented as a feature.
Whoa, wait, what? Who's the second one?
We have BTN, we have PWar, and then hung on, but they had some rough waters there for a while.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. As much as they get shit, bro. I'm sorry. As much as they get poop at them, it's insane how they've stuck together and they went through, trials and tribulations and still held that top 3, top 2 spot. I forgot what they placed, but
they placed 2.
But yeah, top 2 spot. I mean, that's insane. That's insane, right?
Yeah, and they might. I mean, maybe clear path to number 1 now by process of elimination. I mean, I don't see PWar dropping drastically, but I mean, they definitely did have more players, so obviously it's going to be really tough to maintain that number 1 spot.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about this too, in an overall aspect. Also, hi Max. Was so you have the split of these core insane grinders who are leaving PWar and now joining the new guild, the guild, right?
Yes.
Now, Hobby, you and I were in PWar, and we know for a fact at some point in PWar, I don't know if it's still a thing, but I've seen it. You've probably seen it yourself. The rivalry between PWar and MM, right? And there's a little not drama, but I feel like a bitter taste. Yeah, I get yeah. It's dead. That's the thing. Like, it's gone, but there's still like that bitter taste in the back of your mouth still for PWar players. Now, obviously, the hardcore grinders are leaving to make their own guild, which is the guild. Then you have left with the rest of PWar, where it's probably most likely a lot of the Spartans who have stepped out and joined that new guild, and probably some Athenians as well. So PWar is going to be looking to do a lot of reworking internally. But I'm going to be honest, if a big player like White, if a big player like Ballsy, if a big player, I mean, I don't know who's left in PWar, ends up deciding to also leave that guild to jump over to the new guild, you're going to see a lot more players from PWar probably look to leave. Yeah. Where are they going to go, Hobby? Because they're not going to go to MM, because the entire time of maybe some bitter taste in the back of their mouth, they're not going to jump ship and join them because, stubbornness probably. Granted, they might not hate them anymore, right? Yeah. And they might now see a new light in MM, but then you have to look at who the top 3 was. HSC. That's true. They might join HSC, putting HSC potentially in a top 1 position.
But as time will tell, and as we've seen in trends in this game very specifically, HSC is the next guild that is expected to have a scandal / split up.
I was not expecting that to come out of your mouth.
So really, all in all, what I'm trying to say here is that when is HSC going to have their moment?
Yeah, Max.
Well, I hope that never. So.
No, but so switching back to it, we're going to have And I think so. We do have White in the chat. We have Balls. We have a lot of people who are in the chat who are either in PWar or D and officers and leaders in the case. And so we do have people like White and people like Ballsy. They're definitely still in PWar. I don't think they're leaving anytime soon. And PWar has done a pretty good job of their retention, I will say. I mean, 59 of 59 really good players is still really hard to maintain.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, just some informants that I've talked to have said that it looks like the goal for the number-wise is probably going to be 51 to 61 is about their target player count. Sounds like recruitment is kind of close, but if you feel like you're a heavy hitter in Battle Nations, I'm sure they'd like to hear from you still. Same goes for PWar. I would assume they're probably still somewhat recruiting right now. Does he know? Spud, what do I know? What do I not know? Yeah, and kind of my take on it. I'm going to be a little brutally honest here. I think this whole situation's a little bit petty. What do you think, AP?
Well, why do you think it's petty? I want to know that.
I think there has been a lack of communications from all parties involved right here, and a lack of clear and concise communication from all parties involved right here. I also think this stems from the fact of I had a monologue on a Battle Nations radio about a month and a half ago of I am pretty anti feeder guilds. Obviously, with seeing like HSC2 in the number 10 spot, it definitely can work. But as guilds grow and as more people come in, it's hard to maintain that culture or hard to maintain that unity among leadership. And I do think that PWar, I think PWar did bring in too many people to manage and all try and stay under the one brand name, and I do think that hindered them a little bit, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, I can understand that. I think I'm kind of in the same boat too. I think when I first joined PWar, I forgot how long you've been in it, but you might have been in PWar longer than I have. But when I joined PWar, it was the first initial group PWar. With Sarge as the head, at Ballsy, and then White, and then some of the officers and everything. And it was just that one Discord, right?
Yep.
And then we started to see, internally for me at least, I wanted more of a competitive guild. So I was looking to leave PWar and join MM. But then Artem went ahead and pulled the trigger instead. So basically putting me, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to leave right now because I'd rather not do this when a strong player like Artem ends up leaving for MM. So I decided to stay around to see what's going to happen, how things are going to change. From there, I was talking to White, and White says like, no, we're gonna be trying to do a lot more competitive and forming, a side group in this, to keep our competitiveness, which in my opinion, I think is it was the right decision to do
at the time.
But at the time, but I also do believe it was kind of a wrong decision, solely because when that side group was created, there was a blatant separation between the casuals and then the comp player, where PWar at first was just a mix of both, and it stayed, in my opinion, I felt like stayed a bit healthier in conversation between like people who are shit talkers. Being a shit talker is not a bad thing. I think that's kind of needed, in my opinion.
Within reason, of course.
Yes, within reason. Yeah, within reason.
just to put that caveat, that allegedly caveat there.
Yeah. But then when that new group was made, speaking with players like Liz, Judge, and other players as well, they have mentioned like, I don't know how I feel about this new group, and now the Discords are separated, and that's where we see now the new Discord, or the third one. What we see now, the third Discord
The
of
third
what current
Discord.
PWar is. Yeah, where it's the combination of both of those groups living in the same Discord and everything. I think that helped, but I think just the fact that there was that separation, that right there led to the issues down the line. Now, granted, I do know additional information. I don't want to put it out there just yet. But Hobby, if you want to talk later on after the streams, you know. But I might, or you ask the right questions here, I'll say it out here. But yeah, I think with the steps they took, that was the right direction for them. But in the grand scheme of it, I think it started to show a lot more cracks along the way, and that's what we're seeing right now. Is those cracks now become fucking canyon? Sorry.
Yeah. You're allowed to curse. By the way, this is
okay,
not
cool.
to be completely PG. We're good.
Okay, cool,
I just
cool.
don't want it to be the F word every other word.
Yeah. I'll try. My bad.
You're fine.
But yeah, that separation right there made canyons, the Grand Canyon, basically. So yeah, that's I don't know. I think it was the best decision they could have made. It's hard as a guild. I understand the position, Sarge, White, and Ballsy need to be here. So
yeah, I mean, in all actuality, I think that this was a brewing for a little bit. Guys, I'm gonna be honest with all of you. No, I think this was brewing for a little bit. I mean, obviously, I left BSR will rise again. That's who we got to worry about. Oh, we got BSR BNA. The true classic rivalry, the BNA BSR rivalry. But no,
there you go.
No, I mean, we did see PWar have this identity crisis, and I even felt it too. I mean, frankly, that's the reason that I one of the reasons that I decided to join BNA was just because I loved playing with the players in BNA or in PWar so much. Great group of guys and gals in there, fantastic. But at the end of the day, I was having a tough time getting kind of like a clear and concise of like what the expectations were and stuff like that, and it kind of seemed to go a little bit back and forth, and it seemed like it was leaning to a place of obviously they're uber exceptional in performance, but it was leaning towards a place where it's like, look, I can't keep up with this, like I'm gonna back out. And I used to be in BNA back in the day, so I was like, great home, familiar with the people in there already, easy transition. I actually was gonna go to PSC if BNA didn't exist, if you would have had me. So sorry.
Hey, we'll never know.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
That's chapter 2. That's a story for 2027.
Yeah. That's 20. Yeah, there you go.
Sure, when the hacking is allowed again. Yeah, that was actually on the agenda for Madrona for 2026 as well, is to allow hacking again.
I can't wait for that update.
I cannot wait for that update. That's coming before the level cap though.
Let's go.
So do you have heavy confidence BSR can eat a nanopod? Do you have heavy confidence that they will be able to succeed? And if you do, how do you see them performing?
I think they will. I mean, again, it's the core. I would believe the main group that's coming out of PWar is from the Spartans. We saw it in the general chats in PWar. People starting to say like, "Hey, my time here is done. I don't fuck with the officers."
You're getting way too late of a correction.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they just don't mess with the officers anymore, how it's structured or something like that. Or it's just them saying like, it's time for me to find a new place, and it's just them joining the same group with the same people, just under a new name, which is totally understandable. That's fine. I'm not gonna throw hate or anything towards that. I think they will do fine when it comes to Boss Strike. From my understanding and some little words here and there, from what I heard, they're not going to be recruiting new players. but I could be wrong on that.
No, it sounds like
if they
close.
Yeah. If anything, they're probably just going to be taking in players from the last of the players from PWar that might want to leave from there, and then maybe picking up some players here and there. Right now, there's a decent amount of comp players who are already taken or that are not even free agents or anything like right now. So
yeah, the transfer portal has opened for PWar is what's going on.
Yeah. Basically, again, once we see a big name, like if Ballsy decides to leave, if White decides to leave,
that's probably
that right there will destroy PWar. I think that would be the end of what we see Spartans comp gone.
Yeah.
Especially if they join in my opinion.
Yes, but then is literally just PWar.
Yeah, exactly. It's just PWar. I don't want to say it, but it's kind of like the what was the MM group called? The kind of
oh my gosh, yeah.
Consortium. I mean, it's kind of in that sense, but this time it worked without the nanos and everything.
Well, we're only day 3 in. I guess I'm a fan of a lot of the people who are in but I do not have the highest level of confidence. I'm not sure I have the highest level of confidence that this is going to work out in the long run. This seems like a guild that was formed to spite another guild, in my opinion. Like I agree with the sentiment of, hey, this isn't working out for them. You can leave that and hang out with the new folk. But I don't know. Maybe there was a lot of planning in the background that I wasn't akin to. But it does seem a little bit like of a hasty formation. So my question would be is like, okay, to players who weren't directly involved in it, why'd you decide to join this, or why'd you decide to stay in PWar? Were you informed about this before all this blew up in your face, or was this kind of an impromptu, I'm leaving, come with me sort of deal?
Yeah.
Because sometimes, obviously, we're all human. We do things, we act rather quickly, and sometimes we don't think it all the way through. We act quickly, and so we'll see. Do you think? Now, the real question, I mean, only time will tell. It's going to be the next event that's really going to kind of bring this thing to light, and it's going to be, who performs better, PWar or V. And I have a hard time believing that the guild that performs worse between the two is gonna be able to succeed. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think V will absolutely destroy people. That's my. I will say that with my chest. Really? I always say that solely because we saw a lot of the absolute grinders from Spartans PWar move over to this new guild. Another thing is you have to also consider the idea that if they're not recruiting, why aren't they recruiting? Well, we saw it in other guilds as well who pulled the trigger to remove players throughout this boss strike, earn more boss strike points because of the guild waiting. So I think if they do choose, if they do choose to stay around like the 50 to 53 or somewhere around that area, they definitely can be still a top guild solely because of that guild waiting for the points. If they do start recruiting, I'm sorry, go for it.
No, I was going to say, I mean, I hear you on the boss strike portion, and obviously boss strike is the name of the game right now. But I think kind of talking about with what we've seen with what we've seen with the announcement from Alex, I don't think boss strike's going to be the only sort of guild event we see in 2026.
I hope. Absolutely. I hope.
So with that, and I'm a firm believer that not every event is going to have guild waiting. Like, what if there are PvP challenges where which guilds can rack up the most PvP points or something like that? Then it's just then there's some strength in numbers there too. I mean, I wouldn't flirt. A caution of advice to everyone who's in the chat right now, or anyone who plays the game or even manages a guild: there's a fine balance between being too small and maintaining all the heavy hitters for the guild waiting for boss strike, and also knowing that that's probably going to change in the future a little bit, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I believe I saw it earlier from Sim earlier, who mentioned in chat, most of our players are leaderboard already. So what that tells me, at least, like, let's say for when it comes to PvP, let's say if PvP was an event coming up, I wouldn't doubt this new group solely because if they're going to show up for boss strike, they're probably going to show up for PvP as well. They're going to want to prove themselves. I mean, like, another thing too, you have to look. I love all the players that are in the guild. Okay, I don't have any hate towards them. It's just more just me trying to understand the entire situation of all, and like why this is happening. Especially that PWar was my first guild joining in this era of Battle Nations. Yep. So I'm like, damn, it sucks to see that go, right?
Yeah.
I still think PWar can still come back and build up and everything. It's just going to be a while.
PWar's fine. I mean, they're not going to be the number one guild, but they're fine.
Yeah. It's gonna take some time, if anything, just to amend everything that they need. But with this new group, I believe. I mean, from what I'm understanding, at least, because I had a talk with Mar. Mar was one of the people who got removed. Sim was one of the people who got removed from PWar. Soph was one of the people who got removed from PWar as well.
Yes.
And now these three players all hold the tag of D in that guild as well. So I can understand if, those three core players got removed from PWar and they were most likely friends with a lot of the others, and they were like, hey, they shouldn't have been kicked or anything. I'm gonna go follow them if they are choosing to make their own guild and everything. Then by all means, leave, join, be in that guild as well. But I do think that sets a standard, I guess, in the sense. Why were they kicked, right?
Why were they kicked? But the craziest part about it is that Mar was an officer. So Mar was leadership.
Yeah.
Of PWar. So is that a situation of, and this is it's a really fine line to walk here, so I'm gonna just go for it. Is that a situation of was this on PWar's leadership excluding Mar, or if Mar takes it, is Mar good? So the question really is Mar a good leader, right? What do you want? Are you saying is Mar? So was Mar the problem or the solution? Is what I'm trying to deduce here.
Oh, from what I understand,
that's a what do you call that? It's a question that you don't need to answer.
Plead the fifth?
No, not that. No. Rhetorical question.
No. Rhetorical question, yeah. From my understandings, Mar was not the issue, but potentially a part of the issue. I just know that I guess there are not. From what I heard, there have been issues before all of what we saw of like the members being kicked from people. So it's been a while.
Yeah, and so here's Ballsy in the chat here. You're going to read this out loud. Is that their guild also has a lot of alts and lower strength players. Plus, if I may add, a few pass and likely will continue cheaters. Ooh, they also only have 8 leaderboard players, which ain't a lot. Interesting. Technically,
because
go ahead.
If you think about it, let's be generous. The average point per player is 4 million. Let's say they can get right now. How many people do they have right now?
I believe 39.
39. Let's use 40. Okay. That means that they can get 160. 160
now, boss strike points.
160 mil. 160 mil boss strike point. And I think 40 member, what's the multiplier there? I think it's like 30%.
Oh, is this for the math for the guild weight? Sorry, my rice cooker went off, and I
yeah, because like
actually 4 million.
4 million is like, for reference, 4 million is the top 50. So then they basically have to get like 40 out of 50 player in the leaderboard to get like 4 million, like to get around 40 out of the 100 on the leaderboard to get an average of about 4 million. And if they can achieve that 40 out of 100 top 100 in a 40 member gives a 40% bonus, that will give them approximately 60 times 1.4, about 224 million.
Okay.
But that means that they have to create like a close to super guild.
Okay.
Because 40 out of 100 is quite a bit.
Yeah.
Now, if we drop it down to, let's say, an average of 3 million, then it become 120 total times 1.4. That is about 168 million, and that is still only tier 13. You need around 192 for tier 14. So it's very rough. And the thing with the guild weighting is that you want to be as close as possible to 81, because basically if you're below 81, any additional member, even if they perform less than the average, as long as they are above the 20, like they're like around like 50% of your expected point, the average point, they will still contribute more than the guild weighting will give you. That's why like even if the small guild sounds nice, you do want to get closer like the 81.
And so that's kind of the money shot right there. Is 81 is what you're saying?
Yeah, because any member after 81 contribute very small. Like 81 member, effectively 96 member. Okay. And 91 member is effectively 100.
Okay.
And you want to reach like these number.
But you need, I mean, and also it's easier to kind of maintain 81 players than it is would be 96.
Yeah, and also it reduces the burden on each player. Because like, it is easy for each player to get 2 million, but it's very hard for each player to get 3 million, 4 million. Because as you get further in, you start to get more exhausted. Like, all of us only have 24 hours a day.
Exactly. I mean, I had 1.7 million this round, so yeah, I hear you. I'm not even touching these numbers that you're talking about.
Like, getting another 1 million on someone that's already hitting 2 million is harder to get another 1 million on someone that only has 1 million. Because
that's why you go for 5 million, baby.
No. AP, that's why you plug the credit card.
Hey, AP, I got 1.7 and you got 5 million, but we still got the same amount of helicopters.
That's true. So, you're not wrong. you're not wrong.
So I got to retain my sanity a little bit, but going through the comments here, Connor said YouTube channel Cleveland Street Preachers. Not sure who that is. All right. Weren't they kicked from stirring drama in the main Discord? So I didn't look at the main Discord at all, to be completely honest with you, during Boss Strike. Was there some back and forth in the main Discord?
Yeah, there was some trash talk happening there. That was where like pretty much the whole thing started.
Do you think any of it was out of bounds, or do you think like just from kind of an outside perspective here? Did you see anything that was out of bounds?
The thing, like from what I can see, right? I can only see a limited things. Is that like Sim Hydrate was warned by, I believe it was White Lion and and M about like not instigating or like rage baiting in Donald Chen.
Sure. But
then the behavior apparently continued. So then, but then they did not want to kick people during boss strike. So it kind of like the decision get kicked down to after boss. And then I don't really know what happened afterward. I only know like 3 of them get banned.
Wait, I can't tell if this is sarcasm. Somebody said
no,
go ahead.
No, like I only know like after boss strike, 3 of them get banned, and then and Mar, I think Mar was part of it. And then like afterward, everyone didn't really know what happened.
So, so essentially what we saw is so hairy. And guys, give me 1 sec. I'm going to let you all continue the conversation here. If you could hold it, I got to go take care of my dog real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries.
I thought you had to hit the bathroom.
All right, everyone, start spamming ones and zeros.
No, spam 6, 7.
Yeah, everyone spam 6, 7 in chat before he gets back, baby. Holy. And make sure to like the stream. Jeez. Jeez. Yeah, what's your thought? What's your thoughts, Max? I believe HSC has stayed a little quiet on this.
Oh, we just told people that do not add fuel to the fire because I only have 2
that makes sense. Yeah, we're doing the same in PSC as well. We're letting everyone know, like, hey, you can talk about it in here, be funny about it, but not out there. Let them deal with it, what they got to deal, right? So
yeah, we are all outsiders, so just let them.
Yeah, if you don't like the stream, by the way, your guild will split up too.
Yeah.
And make sure to go tap that little subscribe button too. Ooh, I do want to show something off to on a little quick side tangent here. I would like to show something off to something that Mrs. Hangout gave me for Christmas, which was very cool for the YouTube channel, which I will get set up here soon.
I thought you're gonna flex your 5th clad.
A 5th clad? No, by the way, that's congratulations, AP.
Oh.
I thought it was photoshopped. And all honest, when I first saw it, I thought it was photoshopped.
No, it wasn't, bro. Crazy, insane.
Are you sure it's not Photoshop? It's Photoshop, man.
I'm pretty good at it. People don't know how good I'm good at it, but you know, I can Photoshop videos too and streams. It's kind of crazy.
But no, totally understand the I don't know how to search things, and well, I thought I knew how to find it. Well, I will show it another time. But yeah, the don't worry, AP, I got my 6th clad today. The cycle has been broken for AP. Ballsy is saying, with the people that were removed, given about 5+ warnings each time, written and verbally. Interesting. AP did actually get a clad. Devs better get removed his clad. What will you complain about now? It's a fake clad. People aren't buying the clad pop propaganda.
Look, I got haters, and they can keep thinking that. But who's top 13, baby?
Hey, BNA is Boomy who beat you, I believe.
That's true. They okay. Everyone above me can't talk. That's the thing, you know. Like they gotta shut up for a minute, you know.
I put it in BNAP. Guess who's top 10? Oof.
All right. That's Sim, bro. I know for a fact that's got to be Sim.
Ooh. Are you gonna mount it behind you?
Yeah. So I'm actually changing completely. We have a new pet project. Let me go ahead and I want to share this with everyone here.
That's sick.
Where is it? I just sent it in here. I don't even know how to look in the chat in here. There it is. Alrighty. So what was your score again? But yeah, guys, Mrs. Hangout got me a custom wall-mounted sign. It's like 3 feet and a new desk that we have yet to build. So we're gonna get the room all set up, kind of a little bit nicer. AP, I've been taking some inspo from your setup. I think I'm gonna do without the Labubu though. Or my
actually, I've been thinking of taking that off. Actually, it's so annoying. I hit my elbow on it all the time.
Yeah, this. I wish there was like a Battle Nations flag I could get almost. That'd be sweet. We need the merch. Made. We need that. Where's the suggestion for more merch?
Merch, yeah, more merch, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, you can probably like 3D print like a mega tank or something, and then put it close to sign.
Yeah.
That's like getting the Temu brand, though. I want to get the official Madrona brand.
Temu brand.
No, like you can 3D print yourself. I think someone in the community does it.
No, I'm joking. They make some great. A lot of people actually make those collectibles in the community, and those were super cool. But I mean, the game was big enough back in the day to support merch. Do games do merch now, or is that really just not a thing anymore?
Oh yeah, like
games still do merch. I mean, Riot with League of Legends.
Okay.
Much sells pretty well. What was it? I forgot. I know some early access game even have like their own merch store. I know Timberbone does. Kind of funny.
No, but I mean, what do y'all think? For people that aren't involved in the PWar/the situation, do you view it as like, to you, is it a nothing burger? I mean, do you think, all right, like, one less guild that I'll have to compete with? I mean, kind of curious where the thoughts of the general public lie. And this might just be such a niche topic that it only kind of pertains to Donator General, and it might just live in that bubble of Donator General. But regardless, I mean, it is the number one guild, kind of splitting up, and that is pretty insane to see. I mean, guilds have only been a feature for less than a month in the game, even though obviously they were formed prior to the feature coming out in game.
Well, at least for me, like, it is not like as explosive as the BTN one.
Interesting.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, BTN, they exploded before Guild was even a thing.
Yeah. I think with like the BTN stuff, it was more so happening live in front of our eyes. We all wanted an update to happen, or we knew the update was going on, and then everyone jumping into VC and all that.
I'm really sad I missed that VC, by the way.
God. But then, like, where with PWar and V Guild, I think it was more silent, if anything, that happened. A lot of players leaving with respect, at least sending in a message. It could be more that we just don't know, but yeah. So
yeah, I think like so far I have only been like watching it happen and then just let it go. But they weren't involving it. We do like pretty much the only thing that I am like looking out for is like poacher, just in case. But
no, we will see. I mean, we will with any time if there's a major guild that splits up like this, there are going to be people that leave. You just say, hey, I don't want to be a part of either of these guilds. Like, this is too much. Or there will be people people who do kind of want to branch out to third guild options. What's up, Denny? How you doing? So obviously, it's not. People are going to get poached. If you're a big guild that breaks up and they're strong players who are refugees, then they're going to get taken up for sure.
Wise, I think their fighting power will be hit, but probably not too much because, like I said before, right, because of how the guild weighting works, they start with 91. That means that they basically can afford to lose 10 people without significantly impacting their rank. And if they just keep their, because they're it's like 20 mil ahead of I think. So they can lose quite a bit. 20 mil is basically, let's say, average of 3 mil. They can afford to lose 7 to be ahead. So it's like they do have some strong people in Athenian to move up to.
They do, for sure.
And we still have like 2 more months of recruiting. And
so you think it's going to be
the
2
next
months?
Boss will be. Oh, the devs say, not really say, but like the survey thing, like the vote, the poll, I think it went out with March as the result. So I think the next boss fight is around March.
Wait, so the devs put out a poll asking where they want the next boss strike to be?
Yeah.
Yeah,
did you miss it?
This was during boss strike.
And well, I was just playing the game. I wasn't on Discord during that. People said March.
Yeah, they put up a poll, and basically it was like different months and everything in March 1.
Why not February? That's a little too long, in my opinion. Late March.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I think the next update is looking to be around January 23rd.
That is
that
is oddly specific. I must be out of the loop.
So that means that you only have about effectively 4 to 8 weeks of AS. So it's actually not a lot. Some people maybe even prefer to be in April or May, just so that they can have more chance for AS.
Okay, so Denny said, will HSC be number 1 now? Denny said, TBH, I think we already moved up a lot of good Athenians already. Some of the strong ones also left for thee, I think. There's only one Athenian that left for thee. They, Denny, you left too. Looks like there's a lot going on here. But the real question is, did MM change their guild description? Because I remember I was taking notes. I said, all right.
Egg.
And they didn't. They said, we are number 1, which they might be number 1 again, to give them credit.
They might. Yeah.
So they really got away with it. So I can't go on them too hard here, but yeah. Wow. All right, MM. Keeping an eye out for you. Trying to keep everyone honest here. Okay, so they said late Jan for a level cap increase.
Yeah.
Interesting, but I thought they said that there's going to be a.
You might want to check back this Friday.
I need to go on Discord. The Battle Nations Radio cannot just be where I learn about what's happening in Battle Nations.
You need to get yourself some Pete's that come back to you, bro. That's basically how I learned a lot of stuff.
I need to hire some correspondents.
Yeah, I get some
community managers
in different areas, and they come to be like, "Hey, have you heard about this?" I'm like, "Whoa, what? No."
You got what in different area codes?
Exactly.
Doesn't BSR also advertise themselves as number 1? Well, that's just they can add a 0 to the back of that 1, but
it's the 0 is just really small. It's like font size like 1, you know. So
yeah, and Ballsy is saying, yeah, there was one Athenian who was kicked for harassment and vile comments directed at members who left for thee. By that logic, BNA could also claim to be number 1. There are a lot of BNA BSR feud in here, which I kind of love. I'm glad we're just not letting things die.
Letting things die. There you go. I do have to dip out because I have to start making dinner and everything. By the way, I was watching your stream earlier. Are you ranking Turtle Shell as to R6?
Yeah. What else am I supposed
what
else am I supposed to rank? What's the better unit to rank right now?
Well, I mean,
which unit don't you have?
Yeah, what do you got, I guess?
I got all the regular units and like a couple nanos. Like, throw a unit out there that's better to rank than the Turtle Sheller.
Peacemongers.
I don't have a Peacemonger.
Young Boars.
Definitely not.
For Artem, garbage trucks.
I don't have those.
What's your stun?
What's my what?
For what's your stun unit?
No. You do not want to run a stun for AS.
Oh yeah, I probably should rank up the Cryo Troopers, right?
Oh, Cryo, yeah, Cryo.
Yeah,
or Frostbite, either or.
Okay, I have the Cryo R5.
Cryo Trooper doesn't increase win rate, like the rank doesn't increase win rate that much.
I thought you just have to hit it once and then it's done.
Yeah. Like, if you want it to be meaningful, you need it to be around like rank 5, I think. Because at rank 4 and 5. Yeah, at rank 4, rank 5, you have a chance to survive the laser attack. But other than that, just keep it at rank 1. What's it?
You ranked up your mega takes, bro?
My heaviers are R6.
Do you have the fruit?
No, I don't buy any nano units because they're going to be better nano units at level 70. And I'm also trying to do everything free to play. Because I have a gripe that this community tends to there's a lot of BCDing in this community, which I like to call bitching, complaining, and dooming.
I was going to ask what that is. I was like, what?
Speaking of that,
yeah.
Speaking of that, like I have a plan to kill AS without Snake and without any nanos units soon.
Okay, so I will be using the snake. The snake is free, so that one counts towards the strategy.
Nah, you can't use a snake.
Okay.
Oh, do you have the Raptor class rank up?
Battleship?
Yeah, the battleship.
Yep, it's ready to promote.
The torpedo guy on naval powerboat
subs.
Nah, dude, they suck.
Just rank it up.
No, the turtle shellers are so much better. The turtle shellers, I have 103 of them. They're very good.
Oh no, like they are good, but like on naval, if you not rank up anything else, just rank up that thing.
Is there an anti-turtle sheller community out there that I am grossly unaware of?
Do you have the archetype cannoneer?
Yeah.
I rank that thing up too.
But I only have 6 of them. They're not super useful for.
They're pretty good.
Well, wait until you get rebel boss strike.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
But you only have 6 of them. I'm waiting to get my big feet too.
No, big feet is big foot. Like the Mauler is pretty. It's okay against rebel boss strike. The problem with the Mauler is that it does piercing damage.
Is that a bad thing?
It is, because most tank has on the armor 25%. You take 25% piercing, and on the HP around I think 75% of the damage. So like the 210 go down to around like only 100.
Austin has a good question here: is the powerboat actually good at high ranks? Do we know?
Treat it as like a brimstone, but on naval.
Yeah.
Okay. And you don't have anything else to use skull for anyway. Like the next useful thing for skull is founder, and then the cannoneer, the raider cannoneer. So like
for most of the grinding prep right now is just AS, Silver Wolves, or Rebel Boss Strike, and that's it. So.
Then I gotta get my vets. I gotta get my vets to R6 too. That is kind of like a thing that I still haven't done.
As an easy.
But you can save your sanity for next level cap too. Level cap you have Mauler, which is like 500 KSP. Arctic Trooper, which is also around
getting them to R6. KSP. I love the Arctic Trooper.
Then you have the Mauler, which is around 600k too.
Oh,
and
the Snake.
Snake is 600k if you include the Ring 8.
I have to dip out because I have to start making dinner.
Yep.
But thank you for having me on. If you want to chat after and know more, Hobby, we can talk.
I've had some people reach out about chatting after, and I might have to take this up on that offer.
All right.
Vets, what's up, baby hippo? Yeah, this is your arch enemy. No. All right. Godspeed. Thank you for joining tonight. I really appreciate the conversation, AP.
Yeah. See you.
I don't know if that was English.
Yeah. Pretty much you'll run out of units that you want to rank up anyway. It's just the Turtle Sheller, again, some of the navals, they use a different speed.
The Ironclad too, I gotta get ready for promotion as well.
And then if you can crank up the Infected, pretty much there's only one that's worth it, is in the Infected Cannoneer.
Yeah.
We don't have the Infected flying dude, the Hittite Hunter and the Scrawler yet.
Yeah. So Max, you're a member of HSC. And I'm sure that the guild is filled with plenty of conversations within the guild and within the private chats of the guild. Is there like a unified opinion on the situation, or are you just generally is it generally like kind of none of my business, we're not getting involved sort of deal, or we don't have an opinion?
It's kind of like we are mostly audience, so it's just like we don't. Most of our members do not really care much about like Battle Nation news, like the politics news.
Yeah.
Most of them are like working adult.
Yes.
You'll be surprised on how many like new babies we have like every month. we get so many new parents.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you got to kick them. That's less time for boss strike. I'm completely messing, by the way. I completely understand.
We just have, most of us do not really care about like politics news in Battle Nation.
Mm-hmm.
But those who care just like heard much like obviously people take side, but most just know like PWar split up. There's the original PWar, and then there's new guild D, and then that.
Oh, we get to do a crack and run live. Let's go. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Keep talking.
No, you're good. Other than that, I think that's about it. I haven't seen anyone with like a strong opinion, right? Strongly support PWar, like I strongly support D.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, I think it may have played into that by letting people know, like not to rage baiting or like do anything stupid.
Yeah.
In their chat.
I really hope I can get a tentacle live on this thing just to one up AP. A tips is that if you use Baby Cooper, put your ship behind the buoy until the next rank of Baby Cooper. This is how I've been doing it the whole time, so I'm just gonna raw dog it.
No, that is fine. It is not a big difference. But the buoy is slightly better than Baby Cooper. The current level.
Yeah.
And the spit attack actually do the same damage regardless of where you are on the second roll.
Okay.
Nice crit, but not on the Kraken.
Yeah, I know. I that's the worst when you get the fake crits.
Kraken is just so boring nowadays.
Dude, it gives me a run for my money. I don't know if I have that issue, but yep. Speaking of giving me a run for my money, there goes that thing.
Well,
am I really already? Good grief! This is gonna be a fun battle. This could be really embarrassing if I lose this.
You probably win already. Oh, use the second attack of M10. The third attack of M10.
But I can't push it down. That's the problem. Is I can't.
Wait, what? No, the third attack.
The third attack. Did he says
the machine gun?
Second class. Uh oh. All right, we're safe.
Oh right, your stream is delayed for me.
It's delayed.
Oh, now I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Oh, you probably haven't seen like my screenshot. I have my Raptor class get crit by like, let's see, 718 damage by the Kraken. It is not the highest roll. I think like it can get up to like 740, but 718. What the fuck is this? Oh.
All right, we're chilling. We're chilling. All right, I think we are just fine here. Another wrong crit. I like that the Clad's gonna stay alive though.
I think like once you get free Clad, let's say you will have harder time to reset, but you have a way higher chance of losing any of them.
I also like getting the SP still. Because I need to get my Clad up to ready for R3. Uh-oh.
Oh, Crowd Trooper is 2 hour. Okay. It was cheap to repair, but not in.
Is that on an advanced hospital or regular?
Advanced. I have all. 2 hour and
oh damn, it sucks. All right, we won. No, one loss, no tentacle though. Wah, wah.
No oil either.
I think I'm full on oil. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll get that guy repaired. No biggie. Are you still just mass producing ones, by the way? You still just toss one in from that every now and again?
Yeah, I'm doing it now. I'm trying to get to 10K. I'm at, I think, 940.
Holy cow.
Only 500 away. I'm lazy. Like, I haven't been checking Battle Nation often.
I think, you know what? I think that's fine. For 2026, I think it's fine that, we had that big boss strike. I think it's fine for us to take a break. But kind of curious what everyone else in the chat thinks too. Like, how do you feel like what's kind of keeping you in the game in 2026? I don't have 32K. My dog is completely under me right now, which is just fantastic. Ooh. You know what I could rank up though that I didn't talk about was my Dexter frag. But I still only have one of those, which is kind of unfortunate. What are you doing, buddy?
Oh, endless. I'm too lazy to type. If you check the Kraken attack pattern, you will see that the second row on our side actually is the same damage because the enemy Kraken is on the second row. It is funny. I think he can pointed that out to me the other day. But because the Kraken is on the second row, it allows our second row to same damage occur. It is not similar to like the first row where middle takes slightly more than the two outside. Wait, who is Warcade Gaming?
Dude, I don't know who that is, and I feel bad because I feel like maybe I've seen them before, but it looks somewhat like a new name to me.
I have a bad memory, so
I actually have a pretty good memory. But isn't ringing a super bell right now though.
Yeah, but they know I have a very bad luck with navals.
Oh, you do? Do you have any clads?
I just got my third one today, but
so
I
not
have
that
had
bad of luck.
No, see, like I have had a very long season of like no drop at all. Like all of my naval drop, like the 4 tentacle and the 2 clad, all drop in 1 month, and then that was like September. And then I have nothing October, nothing November, nothing December, and then nothing from May to August.
No, I mean, I would still take your luck over. But guys, Max, I kind of appreciate you joining tonight. I think we're going to call it to an end here for tonight. I had a great time on the stream, Max. I appreciate you hopping on.
Thanks for hosting.
Absolutely. But with that being said, everyone, 1 sec. Endless is saying, if you were in PWar, I'd know. If you were in HSC, Max would know. Yeah. You are MM. Ooh. Don't worry, you're saving your luck for AS. But yeah, guys, Max, thank you for joining me. And to everyone, thank you for tuning in. I had a really good night. It's just super fun to talk about. Sounds like there's a lot coming, especially for January. I'm going to do a better job of trying to get information a little more tidied up and polished for this in terms of when we see other things coming down the pipeline from the guilds. I hope everybody enjoyed this. I was trying not to be too controversial. I wish the best of luck to PWar and D. I hope they're able to keep somewhat cordial, in shared chats. With that being said, I hope everyone has a great night. We'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below before you head off. Cheers, everyone. Good night.